All
right, I'm going to go around briefly. If you want an uncommon magic item, tell me what you want.
I would like a shield +1, a +1 shield.
Yeah, +1 shield.
Boom.
Okay. Yes, you have a +1 shield.
Excellent.
You can attack with the shield as well. Just
he knows.
You know.
That's how he killed the barmaid.
That is how I did it. Shield bash here.
It might in fact be the same shield.
It is blessed.
It's blessed with her blood.
Blessed. It is called your mighty smiting shield.
Actual pencil.
The mighty smitey is what we're going to call
The mighty
it.
smitey.
That's right. We call him shiny.
No, the last little bit.
I almost want to give it the throwing property, but that's too far.
When you up next upgrade.
You can bash with your shield. That's a thing that can happen. Okay. And when I point to you, I want you to remind everybody, also me, your character's name and a basic. Well, hang on. So you're recording already. Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh.
So I should actually do an introduction. Okay. Welcome to the Mox Irregulars.
Yay!
Let's pause for a second.
Let's pause for a second. So, first of all, just look into this one and talk to that one.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Mox. Oh wait.
Welcome
Westgate.
to the Westgate Irregulars. Yay!
Yay!
I said both because we're not really sure what we're calling it, so you can edit it. That's what I'm saying.
Let's dub it over. Welcome to the Westgate Irregulars.
Just hold up a book or something every time you say it.
A band of heroes touched by destiny. We're gonna get into shenanigans in the Forgotten Realms. That's how I'm describing this game, and thank you for tuning in. Here we go. So, who do we have amongst us?
We have...
Well, you're Stefan.
Stefan.
Fin
like a fish.
Stefan.
That's how I remember
like a
it.
fish.
Oh, no, Stefan.
Yeah. It's all good. Everybody says that. I am playing Adrian Crovetto, a paladin who once belonged to an order of Tyr, but has since become a sort of knight errant.
But we call you Shining.
That is what they call me, also shiny.
And you have a magical shield.
I have a magical shield that has been proven to slay the demon-possessed.
Yes, there are stories about this shield. Okay. And
It slays.
You're a human paladin.
I am a human paladin, yes.
Paladin,
Okay. It's been proven to slay wannabe demonesses.
I mean, there was a portal and something came out of it. Like, she was pretty
You weren't
proficient.
there. You don't know what it was like.
Oh, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
It was lovely. My character had a good time.
You legitimately suffered brain damage.
I'm Stephen Merlino. I am playing Sturge. That's his stage name. His actual name is Kraban Gleer. And he is a human! He is a human, and he's well aware of the pretentious name. He didn't give it to himself, his parents did. It's Elvish.
Is that what they told him? Or is that what he's learned through his researchers?
He's learned Elvish, so he figured it out.
And what does Krabenglir mean in Elvish?
It means raven song, and yes, he's aware of irony. He's aware of the irony, in case any of you wanted to snark about it.
I think we just did. Yeah.
All right.
Raven song.
And what is your minor magical item that you have? What would you like?
Well, I'm not sure I know what a minor one is, but boots of elven walking.
Oh,
is-
okay, yeah. I think that can happen. All right, you have boots of Elvenkind.
Okay, thank you.
They give you advantage on stealth checks.
Are there boots of Elven mean? Bad old joke.
There are boots of Elven mean.
Or maybe Elven
mostly
medium.
they're just sneering at people and pretending that you're better than them.
Normal thing.
And Sturge is an actor.
And a masculine.
I don't think any of us be held accountable for our actions on that bizarre night.
I'm entirely responsible for everything I did.
You
Feel no
take-
shame.
Okay.
So my character is Kalith Amakir. She is an Avarial blade singer
Cool.
who used to work at a library until they asked her to leave because they just didn't get her brilliance.
Oh no.
This one's joined the party, huh?
Oh, that's
She's
good.
just looking for someone who understands what a genius she is.
And what has befallen Kayla's wings?
She does not like to talk about it.
Ah, okay.
Do your people have wings?
They do. They're all winged elves.
Oh,
Because we're so close to angels.
oh man.
Perfect. And what uncommon magical treasure has Kayla come across in her travels? You're not sure.
I have
Okay,
no idea.
that's fine. We can figure it out as we go. All right.
Hi, I'm Yang Wang, and my character is Stong Makguk. He is a half-orc bard who has recently lost the ability to play instruments, but in return, he's become a foster father.
That's true. Are you alone in being a foster father?
No, I'm not. So, Shiny and I are actually domestic partners, and we are raising young Mirabelle.
We are,
Mirabelle.
we are seeing her safely through the darkness of youth.
It's female. She
Is female.
Yep.
Her name, we call her Mira.
She's the heart and soul of
Can
the
you sing us the
Irregulars.
song of your people?
Don't
Please don't ask him. No.
I want to hear it.
You will hear it.
He hasn't lost his ability to sing, but you will rue that fact
Music
as
is-
soon as he begins.
Yeah, my charisma score is a -1.
That's
so
excellent.
if I could
Brilliant.
debuff the party, I would.
Is that even possible?
Yeah.
Not in 5th edition. But I decided not to start with any magical items.
Okay.
You don't want like a magic pacifier for Mira?
You can gift her one. That could be yours.
I'm more of a I'll teach you to drink when you're 16 kind of auntie.
Keep her away.
I'm assuming we haven't talked to them.
I'm more of a cautionary tale aunt.
You're the fun aunt.
Yeah.
I'm Rhiannon Held. I'm playing Artemisia, who's a half-elf sorcerer, who is very tightly wound, a little bit paranoid, but willing to go along with people because living at home, that was much worse, much worse. So,
Are you saying she's a runaway?
no, she's an adult. They could stop her.
Has her sorceress heritage manifested in her appearance in some way?
Yes. But she also is way into makeup and stuff, but kind of shiny skin, kind of bronzy. Not that anybody would ever get close enough to see why it might be kind of a little shiny in the light, but long sleeves, good time.
Cool.
And has she happened across a magical treasure of some kind in her travels?
A ring of
Ooh, okay.
something that.
A ring of something.
Well, I was thinking a ring of something that would help me be less easy to hit because of
like a ring.
Armor.
A ring of less squishy.
I mean the scale. Oh no, not scales. The scales that I don't have those help. But
Eczema.
Does it change color and tell your mood?
15 is not terrible.
yeah, well that's because of the.
What the hell? Is yours 24? No, yours is just switched with your HP. Okay. I thought your AC was 24 for a second. I was like, why not a red?
Our rogue is
Oh, look,
the
ours
Oh,
just
I
have,
see.
they just have
Because he's dual wielding shields.
different. Okay, that.
Well, I did my ability scores and modifiers backwards on this sheet because I didn't know any better. So I'm all looking at other people. And I'm like, what? How do you have that score? And it's because it's flipped.
All right.
Oh, he's flipped up.
No, mine are flipped.
Yeah.
Yours are correct.
Oh, okay.
Artemisia has come across a ring of protection +1,
Yay.
which increases your AC and saving throws by 1.
Oh man, that's a
However, you cannot remove this ring, you have found.
Oh,
How awkward.
interesting.
And, every time you try to remove it, you try for a second, and then you just kind of forget about why you were doing that.
Oh no.
Sounds familiar.
And it's on your marriage fingers, so everybody thinks you're married.
No. She
Okay.
never would have put it on there in the first place.
And yeah, the ring is obviously it was obviously different from your fashion choices, but as you've been wearing it for longer, it seems to make more sense with you. So you're very, very comfortable with this ring.
How would the rest of us describe the fashion of this ring?
Well, we'll see when we
Okay.
when we see.
Is it like
She's not super obvious about the ring either.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not especially flashy.
I'm the pencil?
All right,
All right.
Aaron.
I am Erin M. Evans. I am playing Cecilia, who is a Rashemi witch, and no one should say she's a warlock. She's definitely in tune with the Telthor spirits of Rashomon. They just sometimes, come out like Fate Pact stuff. Also, we are half sisters.
Ah,
Oh,
traveling together. Or
Yes.
living together, or whatever.
You've
Well,
got something
she
going
came
on
and
with
found
a
me.
mask, right?
Oh yes, I have a mask. Because I am definitely one of the Witchlerin. I'm
Did
basically
you-
a Hathrin.
Did you basically have
It's cool. It's cool. You don't
this is an
understand
important distinction. Did you decide that you were half sisters on your
people. On her mother's side.
on your
But
mother's side?
on the elf
And
side.
On the elf side.
She's the elf. Okay. Right. And have you come across a magical object of some kind in your travels?
Well, after our shindig in Lork, I went to that Fey Grove, and I've been in the Feywild for like a week, I think, but apparently it's like been a while. So I think
A week in the Feywild is not the same in the realms.
I was having a good time. I don't know.
Yeah, you were.
And I think I would like to have found a cool rod.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe one that's made of bone. Because I might just kind of like know an archfey who's into like bone and blood stuff, maybe.
Oh.
Sure, that makes sense.
Were you together
very
there
worldly.
in the Archfey? No.
No.
So she was just gone for... No, you were there for a week, but it was
She
actually...
abandoned me, basically.
Oh.
Okay, I said, follow me! And then, where did you go?
now
Not into the Feywild.
Also, I brought you this. Don't eat it. Make someone else
And,
eat it.
Like, this is delicious, never eat it. Well, Cecilia came out of the Feywild with a rod crafted of bone, not necessarily human bone or any recognizable creature that you're familiar with.
That's cool. I don't have to worry about
which
meeting a
is-
friend of theirs.
Which, every time you look at it, it reminds you of the pact you have forged with the
What are you
spirits.
talking about? The spirits, thank you.
The spirits.
I worked
That's
very
what I'm
hard for
talking
this.
about. It's called a Rod of the Pact Keeper, and what it does is it gives you a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls and the saving throw DCs of your witch spells.
Thank you.
Nice.
good save.
And in addition, when you are holding the rod, you can spend an action to regain one witch spell slot as an action while holding the rod. You can use the property only once every long rest.
That's 1 to attacks and 1 to damage.
1
or-
to attacks and 1 to saving throw DCs.
Saving throw, thank you.
Not your saving throws, but
Right.
your enemy's saving throws.
Right.
Not necessarily damage, just attack rolls.
Cool.
Okay.
That damage didn't sound right, so.
So it has been some time since you last saw each other. And some of you are together here in Westgate. Some of you are separate and really hope you'll never see those people ever again.
That was so embarrassing.
But fate has other choices for you. And you don't have a choice. So,
Do you still have that brain damage?
Do you?
it's a curse? Alright. So, Westgate, the fabled gateway to the west, cosmopolitan city on the southern coast of the Sea of Fallen Stars. A city of coin and corruption and thieves where everything has a price, usually in blood. And you might wonder why you upstanding adventurers have wandered here. Well, some of you were upstanding, not all of you were upstanding. What brings you to this city?
Well, Stong and I have, well, I mean, you mostly got an apartment here, and we decided that it would make sense for us to stay together to raise this child and see her safely into adulthood.
He also decided to mooch off of my apartment. I just want to
Excuse
say that I paid for all of it, and he gets to use it for free.
All of that coin that came from the card from the deck of many things went into a small, crappy apartment in Westgate's East End.
Yep, and I go about. I mostly stay within Westgate. Normally, I would travel the world, but I kind of use Westgate as a home base now and bring back maybe golden food sometimes.
Sometimes.
I like how you're working together to raise this child. What brings Sturge to Westgate?
Sturge, recently of the Knights Players, a traveling group that Artemisia would have remembered from our days at a school in Veltatar. I always want to say Ventolin.
Some of Sturge's memories are a little bit fuzzy
That was a
because of things that happened in lore that we decided not to talk about.
deck of many things. Whatever happened to that thing?
You're not certain.
It's not in my backpack, right?
You're pretty sure.
So yeah, you would remember them because they would come through every spring and do a show or two, and Sturge got his start in acting with them and ended up as one of the principal actors. It was in Lork on a tour with them that fateful night happened. He has been with them for the last 2 years until recently. Family matters have drawn him away. He's looking for someone. And he last heard that they were headed for Westgate, and he's been forced to drop his position with the Knights Players and make it on his own. Right now, he's just been working in in one of the inns on the east side. They give him a room and board for his evening performances. He does some puppets during the day, and yeah, it's been good, but he has not met with great success looking for this particular individual who he's been tracking.
Best of luck.
Okay. And what brings Caliph to Westgate?
Well, Caliph was working at another library. She got kicked out of it again, and somehow or other, there is not another library around that will take her in. Word seems to have gotten around. No one likes to work with her.
So she's wandering the streets looking for gainful employment.
Exactly. She heard
Well,
there's
that's too
plenty-
real.
So she's a millennial of Ariel.
Wow.
Oh, we'll have to edit that one out.
Your story is very relevant.
She's part of the gig economy, isn't she?
Well, she heard there's plenty of freelance jobs around here. Maybe there's something she can pick up, something that she hasn't previously explored.
Okay.
Pickpocketing.
Yeah.
So
It's not off the table, just, you know.
and you two, I assume you have reunited and are
Are we
traveling
meeting
together?
here?
I think we're
We're
meeting here.
meeting here.
Oh, okay. So you haven't reunited yet.
Not yet.
But maybe you made this agreement that if you ever got separated for a long time, you'd find the nearest largest city.
Or a letter. Maybe one of us sent a letter and said, "Where did you go?"
Wait, but where did you mail that letter to?
I put it on a boat.
Okay.
Find this way
People
there
pass
somehow.
things. It's fine.
Okay.
She could mail it to Artemisia's parents' house.
There you go.
There you go.
She has an address.
Do we skip you?
I mean, you're
Where's
kind
the exact
Yeah.
you
number?
kind of did your thing together.
I kind of want to hear from the maternal side though, what his perspective.
They're both paternal.
Yep.
Well,
It's a dual dad situation.
oh, okay. Well, it sounded like
It's
you
a
know.
double D situation. We're gonna have to edit that one out. All right.
So since the events at Lork, where Stong unfortunately lost the use of his hands, Instead of seeking a cure, he spent most of his resources pursuing knowledge and rumors related to Mirabelle, his new adopted daughter. With little result to show for it, he spent the rest of his money on a small apartment in the outskirts of Westgate, where he now teaches music and performs at a local tavern called the Leafy Oak. He's not a very good businessman, so maybe he overpaid for this small apartment, but it's his.
Oh, he definitely overpaid for this.
He was very impressed by the renovated wallpaper.
You have a very nice Chow landlady who gives everyone else kind of the creeps when she talks to them because she's very intense, but you find her refreshing.
I would.
Because it reminds you of your upbringing. And but she has rented you the space and told you that no one will ever mess with you.
Oh, rented? I wanted to purchase. Darn it.
She says, yes, well, we'll talk about that. Once you have
It's
lived here
Rent to own.
once you have lived here for a year.
Okay.
Do you want to introduce your daughter? I forget how you came across that daughter. She was in a basket of rushes on floating down a stream.
I pulled her from a portal.
I pulled her from the portal.
I
because my
caught you.
hands
I
were-
caught
yeah.
you coming out of the portal.
Let's
I
be clear,
pulled
you
her
pulled
from
her
the
from a
portal.
hell portal.
Yeah.
A hell
I
mouth.
caught
A
you.
hell
I
mouth.
told you
Now I
we
remember.
escaped.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
yes.
floating down a river in a basket.
Yeah.
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 That's right.
Sweet.
Floating down the river Styx in the basket.
Yep.
That's right. And then we landed in the hay pile, and I had you in my arms, and you had Mirabelle in your arms.
With
Yes,
a bunch
and-
of cards
Yes.
fluttering down around.
I got a few of them.
And he
Got some
was
good
naked,
ones.
jumping out the window above us.
Yeah, I just ignored that mostly.
Stong has a good memory, unfortunately.
Not everyone gets you guys at first glance.
We don't get us either.
No, but we also. Actually, that's true. I forgot. Also, we physically can't leave each other. That
Yes,
is a,
Correct,
because
you
of our
are
curse.
cursed to be together.
As a
Or at
magical
least
bond.
that is what you tell people, or have told yourselves,
I see it
or
as
cry to
destiny.
yourselves at night.
Because you keep running into each other no matter what happens.
We were fated to find Mirabelle and Razor together.
Yep.
So,
So after Lork, Artemisia did tag along with Sister here to the Grove, and then that was just a little too rich for her blood.
the sister disappeared into the grove.
Yep, Sister disappeared. And then I went home because they will let me live there without paying rent. And
Also very modern and relevant.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Oh,
feel like
Lots of
it's
social commentary in this game.
You know, I hear of a guy who's got a place on the east side. We could probably crash on his
And then
floor.
the D&D game became friends. All right.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You were going to say.
so she got kind of sick of that pretty fast, so she started looking into like actual other opportunities. But she must have still been around to get your letter when that came. So that was an excellent excuse. So she was off like a shot for Westgate.
Okay.
I feel like I could probably also figure out how to do ascending. It can't possibly be that hard.
Well, one of the spirits does offer to help you do that,
There we go.
but not for free.
Magical. Whatever. They ask for things. It's not immediate. Like they're gonna come back. It's fine.
No.
Okay, well, you had a premonition in your dreams that Westgate was the place to reunite with your sister, to be in this one specific place on this one specific time. That
Given
she would
her, it
arrive
seems
as well.
legit to me.
Yeah, it-
Like weird dreams. Yeah.
This is pretty standard.
I'm pretty good.
All right. Well, Westgate is a large cosmopolitan city of lots of different people. Many of them make their living on the sea, so it's full of naval people and less official naval people. It's people who call themselves sailors but are really pirates. Sellswords who are really, murderers who are just looking for gold to do their business, that kind of place.
you chose this place to raise our baby?
Yeah, I mean,
Life experiences.
so I feel like, I wanted to say that, Mirabelle has questionably demonic origins or perhaps abyssal origins, and I feel like it's important to expose her to both sides of the world, both light and dark, so that eventually she may choose for herself.
That is wise.
Mirabelle seems to love this city. Like she's never been happier than when she's here.
Now this is the
Like she'll
3-year-old.
see people falling in the street and she'll like giggle, and you're like, that seems odd.
I don't know, that seems developmentally appropriate for a 2-year-old.
Also, as a half orc, I giggle too. 'Cause
Alright, I stand by and shake my head.
All right. And one of the things I was going to say is that Westgate, over the last century, had a large influx of the Shao, which are people from the east of Faerun, so not necessarily the native people, and and they've established a large portion of Westgate, which is specifically their part of the city. And there are certain tensions between old blood Westgate people and these kind of new immigrant people. You are all kind of strangers to the city, so this isn't really a thing with you. And they don't, neither side treats travelers any differently, because gold spends equally well. You just notice this as you've spent some time in the city. And since you're in the East End, that's the Shao area. And the decoration and architecture is obviously a little bit unlike what you're accustomed to. Sloping roofs, banners hanging in the wind. It's more peaceful, relaxed, contemplative, except for when he makes music.
Which
But
all the time.
they find that fascinating. So you always have a number of people who gather around you just to listen to you perform.
That's right. I'm fascinating.
Okay. So, Caliph, as the sun rises to its zenith on your third day in Westgate looking for gainful employment, you find that you are just too hungry or thirsty to go on and stumble into the nearest tavern, where a man with a fairly large nose, am I getting that right?
I should have described lank black hair, human, very thin, no body hair, kind of like an elf, but clearly not an elf, but a nose probably 6 inches off his face.
How could she tell that you have no body hair?
Well, no facial hair, no
head hair.
Oh, he has
no
hair.
arm
He has
hair.
lots
Eyebrows.
of hair.
Well, he does
Eyebrows?
have the head.
Do you have eyebrows?
Yeah, eyebrows.
Okay.
Just no.
He's pasty.
Kind of looks like a 6'2", 12-year-old boy
With a long nose.
Sounds like
with a
Kylo Ren.
long ass nose. Yeah,
Like a cross between Kylo Ren and Grima Wormtongue. That's
Oh, man.
the guy
wanna
behind
know
the
that
bar
person.
at the tavern.
We've seen this person naked.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys know he has no body hair.
oh man.
We do. We
Yeah,
can
you
verify.
he kind of looks freaky in a weird. I mean, not just the nose. He's just a little off. Something's weird about him.
Freaky in a weird way.
Yeah.
Anyway, he is.
He's behind the bar serving drinks to the few customers who are here. And you see this person who is striking compared to everyone else who's come in here. I mean, most of your patrons are sailors and coming off of a day down at the docks looking for work. Big, burly people who are just looking for drink and somewhere to collapse in the corner. But this person looks like...
A redhead. With wings, and she's not afraid to flaunt them.
Okay.
So I would see an angel walking in.
Exactly.
A literal.
A red-haired angel.
Yes.
Like an elven
feathers
angel.
Or
feathered wings.
Do you have feathers in your hair, or is your hair just hair?
Hair is just hair.
Okay.
It's just these beautiful golden feathered wings. Well, I like to think they're golden.
Sure.
They're goldish.
They're goldish.
How common is that in the Forgotten Realms?
It's extremely rare.
Okay, great. So
Most
it's,
people never see anyone who looks anything like this.
She's walking down the street looking for jobs. People are like,
Well, I want to say Westgate is a very diverse city, and you do get travelers and outlanders from all different places, but it's not like Waterdeep, where you see people with purple skin or tentacles coming out of their face, and you're just like, oh, I wonder if they'll give me a good deal on those apples.
I feel like in Waterdeep, if you saw Navarro, you'd be like, it's cool, I've seen them. I knew those were real before it was cool.
Yeah.
We're very cosmopolitan.
So does she look like an elf?
Yeah. Yeah, she has distinctly fey features.
Wow.
Such as
She's pointed ears and just kind of
wings.
like a slender, efficient build, and she's, just better than you. Like she has this undescribable aura of just being better than anyone else
that makes sense.
because she's an elf.
Plus wings.
Can I do a performance check to see if I can actually appear not to even notice her?
Yes.
7. But wait. I have a bonus of 6.
You have a bonus
Can
of
you-
7.
7. So
Damn.
it's 14.
Okay. So the guy behind the bar, like kind of gradually, he kind of like takes note of you, and then he's like, and then he starts performing a poem or like some kind of ventriloquist act. It's unclear. He's doing something though.
For
Exactly.
reciting a sonnet. It is a sonnet about a changeling child.
With red hair.
A red-haired, ugly changeling.
Big goldish wings.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, you only got so well on your performance check.
Almost finished. And in this sonnet, it starts off as a love sonnet, one of great forbearance for the ugliness of the and ends with, but what mostly matters is what's inside. Thank you. Goes
The
back to
patrons
Paul.
kind of look over at you and they're like, well, at least the drinks are cheap.
May I help you?
Yeah?
Yes, she says yes. She may be helped. Excellent. May I help you?
Sure. Are you okay?
I am well. You are my muse.
Oh, well, in that case. Does it pay?
Well, if I were that sort, it would, but I'm not. So it won't.
Kalis is perplexed by this odd little man behind the bar.
Inside check. What's her deal? 18 plus like 3, so it's 22.
Well, you were flattering her, but she seems to see right through you.
18 plus 3 is 22.
21. It was brain damage.
Look, he's cursed. Okay, it's not his fault.
I'm just gonna polish a glass until she
All right. Well,
Well, I guess give me a glass of something, and I'll just hang around here for a bit. And do you have any more sonnets?
Of course.
sleeve.
Of course I do. I have quite a few. Make a request. I get her some mead, golden mead,
excellent.
fizzy mead for you.
So Sturge is coming up with another suitable sonnet when he hears an unmistakable sound. It's actually a series of sounds, like a cacophony of sounds, which he hasn't heard in a long time. And instantly he breaks out into a cold sweat and realizes that his doom has caught up with him. As Stong marches through the door.
I kick in the door.
Yes. Boom! You kick the door. It slams into the wall, not hitting anyone.
Not today.
Not today. Look, I roll for that. I'm just saying. So, did you bring Mirabelle with you?
I bring Mirabelle everywhere I go.
Okay. Is she like hopping along on your shoulders?
I kind of imagine that I wish to purchase like a basket type contraption
like a
with
sling?
like a baby Bjorn, but
Yeah.
fantasy, fantasy Bjorn.
What is
So baby barding.
Caleb,
That's
Yeah,
what
there you
what
go.
you got. Yeah. All right.
what is yours?
Caliph, you have very bad luck.
I'm going to stop the door from swinging back and hitting him.
Okay. And then a dashing knight steps in to hold the door.
What if we talked about other people's property?
See, don't interrupt me when I'm about to begin my performance. I need to concentrate.
Sturge is going to let his hair fall in front of his face while he concentrates.
Who puts food on the table? It's been a while since you've come back with gold or food.
I don't do these jobs we've had this conversation. Just do your thing.
Fine.
Just do your thing.
So, I jump on the nearest table. I don't care if there's patrons there or not.
There is, in fact, one patron. You knock over his bowl of mead, which he was reaching for, and he grabs your foot instead and looks real confused.
I'm gonna go get him another bowl of mead.
Yep.
And I'm going to wink at him. So
He looks even more confused.
So I'm going to begin off my performance and say, ladies and gentlemen, you are in luck tonight. You get to hear firsthand the musical stylings of Stong Makguk, hottest bard in all of Westgate. And then I'm going to begin my musical performance, which is just singing. And I get a 9.
A riotous cacophony of noise emerges from this half-orc who styles himself a great performer. It is, well, it's a 9. It's not pleasant.
I'm going to reach the bar, kind of with my hand up to my forehead, and without looking at the anonymous bartender, say, "Can I have 2 meads, please?"
Sturge quickly turns away and pours them and says, "On the house."
Oh. Well, thank you, sir. That was very kind of you. I definitely see the nose sticking.
Paladin. See the very distinctive nose.
Damn it.
Say, do I know you? I most certainly do not. You have fine names. And I'm going to go back and...
The paladin's ears start burning. He convinces himself, I wasn't really lying to him. How well do we really know anyone? Okay. And it is at that moment that Artemisia pushes open the door.
So the performance is still going on?
Oh yes.
No?
You didn't actually hear it until you opened the door. And this seems extremely familiar to you. Like you've had this experience before and you know that that your premonition is true. That you're in the right place at nearly the right time.
Maybe a couple of minutes too early.
Maybe you should come back, but it's too late. Because they've all seen you.
Well, she's gonna be like trying to pick out everybody. Like I skip over you kind of initially, and then like you, yeah, okay, yeah, you, okay, yep, and then like whoa.
Whoa.
Not subtle.
Like Artemisia, you're not really certain if anyone else can see her. But the bartender, he of the long nose, is interacting with her. So maybe only your cursed group can see her.
I love the idea that when anybody looks at you, you're just like,
Artemisia is gonna fix her hair,
like a
just
frickin'
like
quarter.
beside the door for a minute here, before she goes any farther. And she, by the way, half elf, like really, really, really willowy. Like so willowy, it's like almost unattractive, but actually she's fairly attractive because she's very like confident and put together, and like makeup and hair and just everything, just like absolutely to a T.
Super glamorous.
Super glamorous, super trendy, right on. So it doesn't really matter quite so much that she looks like she has the strength of a wet noodle.
Oh, man.
Oh, she does!
Gust of wind, my old nemesis.
holy mother! She has a 6th strength. Let's just be clear here. When we say wet noodle, we mean wet noodle.
That's a stat.
Like your clothes alone encumber you.
Sister, this cat is so heavy. Help.
So she's gonna like come over and like stand in that sort of like distance where she wants to be acknowledged, but she's not like breaking into whatever conversation like you might be having with somebody. So,
Caleb notices you.
so
Hello.
we've never met, but I happen to have met these guys, him and those guys.
The loud one over there, and the embarrassed one over here, and Big Nose.
So, are you're not with them, right?
No, not yet. I could be. Are you paying? kind of broke here.
We'll do anything for coin, within reason. I'm not going to put on peasant clothes. Jeez. All right.
Caleb, Artemisia.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Are you sure that you want to get involved with these? Because I've been involved with these people before, and it gets interesting quickly.
No, they seem like very interesting specimens.
Yes, they are.
As you're talking, the lights in the tavern start dimming. And it's strange because it's midday. Like there should be sunlight coming through the windows. You wonder if a cloud has passed over the sun or a gentle mist has flooded through the street. Continue.
Oh.
Going to put my empty drink up on the bar and say, "One more, please."
I go, whoa, this is the perfect lighting for a romantic song.
2 more, please.
And I'm going to switch songs,
A double.
and I got a 13. Stein is a man of romance.
One of the patrons is like,
What about the rest of the patrons?
the rest of the patrons are like, there's something happening? And the patron who was holding your shoe is now like cradling your shoe.
You have a
Stom
fan.
has earned a fan today.
And Mirabelle is making this kind of adorable cooing sound along with your son. I mean, she can talk, obviously, but she prefers to make like her version of an orc war cry when you're doing your music.
Adorable. All right.
Artemisia, did you trade in your sister for Caleb here?
Artemisia, that sounds familiar. I know you,
Yes.
and now I know you also.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, it's been some time. What confluence of events has brought...
So, I'm reasonably sure that my sister, half-sister, is going to be arriving at well, maybe she's already here. I don't know if you guys have seen her.
The candles start burning extremely low. Most of them just kind of...
Caleb, this is your
Wink out.
last chance to...
Can I detect...
No, I feel so.
I don't know why I'd be doing this. I'm not evil.
You open your
I'm a
paladin...
hard
I see candles dimming without any, like, natural effect. I'm gonna...
You fall into your paladin senses, and suddenly the headache that you've been nursing ever since your platonic life partner opened his mouth blossoms into something that indicates the presence of an otherworldly entity.
I'm gonna shake myself free of my slight buzz.
Mist starts pouring out from under the door. The one door that's in the tavern, other than the front door. There's a door.
I'm super confused. You're
Like a
level 3.
bathroom door?
Maybe.
I'm going to approach Stong and Mirabelle, make sure that I put myself between them and the door.
Okay. Sturge, you know that that's the pantry? Like, that's where they keep things that they're going to serve?
Is there a
Or
shotgun under the bar? Or
No.
some equivalent?
No.
I'm sorry.
Very rare.
Is there a gnomish blunderbuss?
Yeah. Shiny, would you check that out? That shouldn't be... That's our pantry.
Yes, of course. Stay on the table.
He continues to sing.
The paladin picks up his mighty, shiny shield
And my hammer.
and is about to head over to the door when the door swings open. And Cecilia comes out.
You put me in the pantry.
Just like patting
If I'm going to be in the pantry, I am eating a baguette as I come out. And I've got a flagon. Don't worry. I serve myself.
Oh.
It's good. Be like, hey! I know you!
I also know you.
The candles go back to normal. Everything is normal again.
Am I sensing that
So
she is the
No.
source of this emanation?
No,
I can still feel
Source
it.
of-
the headache has gone away
Okay,
entirely.
listen. He who smelt it dealt it. That was that emanation business. That's not me. Where's my sister? There's my sister!
So, okay,
What?
what was that?
Exactly. What was that? I said, let's go into this Fey Grove. I have to do something. And I go in and I turn around and there's no Artemisia. There's just this closed portal. What was that? We were having an adventure.
Well, okay, but like, I don't know, like, sometimes some groves, some portals you want to like consider a little bit before you just like wait it. Anyway,
That's
anyway,
earth-shaming.
2 years
Yeah.
later. 2 years! My word!
Wait, okay, 2 years? I mean, I knew it was a while, but... And she, like, looks past and she sees Stog, and she's like, yes, Stog!
Oh, I see
Whoa,
her. I go,
did you get a different baby, or did that one get fat?
That's the same baby, and she is beautiful.
she's beautiful.
That's right,
Don't
she's
shame my baby.
beautiful. She's gigantic, oh my god.
Oh.
Because it's been 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
Okay, listen, I'm not in charge of how time passes in the Feywild. That would be terrible if I was in charge of that. Oh my god. So, I'm here now. I mean, it was only, like, a week, I think.
Yeah, I spent like.
I got this bitch ass like rod though. Check it out.
Do I
can have
sense
so much stuff.
evil
Is
from
there an
that?
angel over there? What
It's obviously a
Looking good.
product of an extra natural, extraplanar power, but it's
not
not
evil.
evil. It's
It's not
necessarily.
Nope.
necessarily fiend
Nope.
origin.
No,
this is a hardcore neutral, buddy.
it's probably very chaotic. That helps.
I'm gonna stow my shield and my hammer.
Hey, remember that shield? Did you
Yes.
bash anybody else with it?
Many people actually. It has seen a lot in these 2 years.
That's so weird. Everybody stop saying that. It's really weird and upsetting.
You know, I
Wait,
can't.
so who do you go with? Did you get married? Oh
Oh God.
Yeah, meet my wife.
Nope.
No.
What?
No.
Like in
Dude, that's not okay.
Ariel is obviously very upset.
instinctively, I hear that and just go no.
We just met.
He steals maps, run.
Maps to where?
Oh, I still have it, I think. I don't
It looks
actually
like a
know
treasure
where
map.
Did you ever find that place on your map?
I mean, I was kind of looking for a thing that was on the map kind of incidentally, that Fey Grove, because I had to go talk to somebody for reasons it's not important. But
Well,
I found that.
Glad you found what you were looking for.
Do any of you have positive memories from the first time we met?
Me.
Yeah, we found Mirabelle.
Yeah, I have nothing but positive memories from the first
Mirabelle
time.
goes,
Also,
I mean, aside
I believe
from
I remember lots
Well,
of
yeah,
lots
I
of
found
gems
love.
happening.
that's true. I gave many of it to various reputable charities.
That's fun.
Cecilia, you kind of like feel your pockets because in the realms, women's clothes have pockets, and you do not have any gems.
I don't.
Nope.
What happened?
Your memories are fuzzy.
Fey creatures.
This is some garbage. But whatever, I got this bomb ass rod.
Didn't this all start with that map?
It started with you stealing that map,
And
and also amazing lyrics.
Stong gives you like one of these signs. Yeah.
It is strange that we're all here again at the same time.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
So at that moment, the door opens. Nobody kicks it in this time. And a slight figure, woman in a cloak, standing in the doorway, and kind of like hurries inside as though pleased to be out of the street, and sees you all staring at her, because that's how I'm describing it, and says, "Oh, you're all here. So she hurries over to you, and she pulls out a scroll. It's a small, like that size little scroll, and she hands it to Adrian. And she says, "Oh, and I have one for you." And she hands it to Sturge, and she hands one to Stong.
I'm still performing.
Actually,
so
she kind of like
Stop.
and then puts it on the table.
Oh, I end my performance.
Hands one to Artemisia, and looks at Cecilia. Cecilia a little bit.
She pulls her mask down like, no. Automatic authority.
Perfect. Hands you the scroll, and she says, "And wow, you are beautiful." She hands you the other scroll, and she says, "Well, excellent. This woman has kind of this dark gray skin, and is wearing this cloak that mostly hides her features. But when she comes close to you, like you can see that much about her." And she says, "Well, I shall see you tonight then."
Who are you?
You'll find out. And then she says, "Oh, is that a pantry?" She heads into the pantry.
Stone says,
Try the baguette!
Is that just a normal place customers go?
And dark mist kind of creeps out of the pantry for a second.
Stone says, "This place is weird."
Can I go look in the pantry?
Yep, she's no longer
Guessed
there.
everyone
What's in
else
there?
is.
Just a bunch of like baguettes and root vegetables and like just so many casks of mead.
Okay, I'm gonna stand in there and close the door and see if anything happens.
Okay. No.
What is she doing?
I'm not really sure. Who is
She
that?
put her wings in there. I don't know, but she's so pretty.
She's very pretty.
All right, so Sturge opens up the note. It's addressed to you, to Crab and Gleer. He of the cunning hands and cunning tongue. You are cordially invited to a revel in your honor to hear a business proposal. Gives you directions to the Purple Lady Fest Hall down by the docks in
Oh, I've heard of this place.
the southern part of the city. So not in the East End.
Fest hall, if you're curious, is a fancy word for brothel.
It is.
Oh. Stone has learned new things.
Yep. Each of your scrolls
It's a classy
says something
brothel.
similar.
There's usually like performances.
I mean,
and
the only
restaurants
difference
and
is
stuff.
that your name
Oh.
would be included.
If each of you didn't receive the same scroll, I would have thought that I was being finally recognized for my acting ability.
You're what now?
What are you, I thought you were like a salesman of some sort.
I thought you were a map stealer.
You were a barman.
I thought you were
As
some
I
dude.
said to the others before you arrived on your misty carpet, I cannot hold responsibility for anything that happened on that day. I don't know if any of you feel that you can.
I am, again, 100%
Listen,
responsible for all
I'm
of
good
my
at,
actions.
I'm real good at dodging responsibility for stuff, but you can't. You took my map. I will never.
I think that
It's
map.
been 2 years, and you have had it.
It's been a week for me, so I'm still mad about it.
Like it was a real good week.
It was a very interesting week. I learned a lot. I grew a lot, but not so much I forgave you.
What is a fest hall?
It's a
Do you not
brothel.
know?
Oh,
I think
Honey,
you
it's
should
a
tell
Great
me.
whorehouse.
place for your baby.
I see. I'm going to delicately
I
set
mean,
my...
it's a fancy
Oh, yeah.
whorehouse. You can just go and watch things. You don't have to participate.
Table dances, things like
Cool
that.
burlesque
Stone likes
shows.
dancing. Stone will dance.
Yeah, oh, good.
But you usually have all kinds, so whatever you're into, man.
But,
Humans,
so-
half-orcs? Is that
So
what's happening there?
the
That's
kid.
not what happened here.
Is it?
Yes.
Have you ever
Actually,
built?
that's a good point.
So would you like to know how the letters are addressed to you individually?
Please. I was very curious.
So Adrian Cravado, the bold and brave.
Excellent.
Calith Emthier, the beauteous and wise.
Of course.
Stong Makuk, the glorious. Artemisia, the mysterious and pleasant. And Cecilia, the wild.
Okay, I'll take it.
Was there a moniker attached to
Yeah.
Krabon Gleer?
Yeah, you were.
Oh yes.
The man of
Grab on clear.
the man of clever hands and cleverer tongue, I believe it was.
Right.
And then they
And-
invite you to a fest hall.
I know that's not true.
And is it signed by anyone? Is there a signature?
okay.
There is a mark,
Mark.
which looks like a mini pointed star. It's purple.
Do I recognize that?
I was going to ask the same.
Make a religion check.
Boom. How's 11 strike you?
Nope.
Also 11.
Hey,
14.
nice.
Is my 11 better than his 11?
Okay, 14, and you have Elven heritage. It reminds you vaguely of the symbol of Erevan Alessara, who is the Elven god of mischief and trickery.
Ooh.
But his symbol is golden, not purple.
Interesting.
So I just rolled 20.
Okay,
She knows everything.
so yes, you actually recognize who this mark belongs to. It belongs to a businesswoman in Westgate named Illyra Nathlin, who is an elf. She is supposed to be very alluring and mysterious and dangerous.
Okay, but how are her parties?
What do you mean
Fantastic.
by business proposition?
Yeah, is this an invitation for a job?
It's to a fest hall.
So where's proposition? That I'm
I think
leaving
she wants to
alone.
build all of us.
Paleth has expenses, is what she said.
I mean, Stom wants to go either way. It's a great party. It's just a great party, but
Well,
it's a job.
Westgate has a thriving gig economy.
What will we do with Mirabelle? We can't take her to this fest hall.
Mirabelle says, "Fest hall."
Oh man, that's her first words.
We should get that.
No, her first word was smash.
It's
Do you
true.
not
I verify.
have like a babysitter?
You know, we do have some babysitters we've used throughout the years.
I
that we
don't trust. No,
Okay. New plan. Put a mustache on her. She'll look a lot older.
I don't think that's really
I-
my concern. Is her like getting in? I don't want her to be present in the company of
Although, maybe we should RP a situation where you're encountering a bouncer who is like, "Is that a 3-year-old child?" Like, no, it's a 2-year-old child.
Well, I took minor illusion just so I could disguise her basket if such an occasion arose.
Do we want to expose her to this kind of thing? No.
Oh, I think she's been exposed to worse than this in the day-to-day life of the city.
I mean,
What?
when does this party start?
Excuse me.
I mean, Westgate. You
I know.
walk these streets.
Yeah, we're trying to keep her off of these streets.
Will
Shiny's like, "I
Will
hadn't
she
heard of
sleep
this."
in the basket? She'll probably sleep through the whole thing.
Oh,
right?
But what if this? We don't know what this is. Perhaps this is some sort of dangerous job that we're being invited to.
Well,
I mean, lady, look after her.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
trust her.
oh,
Yes, sir.
Other
She's
babysitters. Oh, I
look,
see.
I don't. Not that dwarf.
another bartender's.
Wow. 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 That sounded a little bit prejudiced.
I think that I think that she's all for it. She's been exposed to worse, and I think this is nothing dangerous or for her 2-year-old, and I don't think she will be able to comprehend the things that she sees.
She probably naps too, right? Maybe she'll nap.
I could put like a little like baby visor over her so that she won't be able to see.
Does anybody have sleep spell? We could do sleep spell.
No, but do have Shield of Faith,
Harmless.
so I can like throw an energy shield on her. whenever I need to. I'm good.
Mirabelle starts burning, and she's like, "Ah!" And you're like, maybe that wasn't the right idea.
I think she wants to go.
All right. So I get off my
Child
shift.
is evil, is what I'm saying. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. What do you do?
I get off when I get off my shift. I guess I'm gonna meet you all there.
All right.
I would
all
just
those
change
lights, or are
into
you
my
just a
real good
bartender?
clothes.
I do not.
Especially if I have to walk in with these two to some alluring lady's house. I'm not
Where,
going in looking.
Where were you
traveler.
keeping your good clothes?
In my bag?
In your bag. You look around.
Did you take all of my stuff?
You are wearing exotic Feywild sort of clothes that you might find in the court of a fairy prince or queen.
Do they look good?
Oh yeah.
All right, then fine.
I'm going to wear my
You
full
look
plate armor.
fantastic and odd. Okay.
Oh, before I leave though, I want to figure out how much money did I earn from my performances.
Let me see. Your first,
I left you at
first
least.
check was
this
9,
is what they
right?
use for money in the Feywild.
And then your second check was 13.
Mm-hmm.
So the average of that is 11.
Copper.
You earned 14 copper coins.
Excellent. I'm gonna write that down.
Excellent. It's good to get paid for your creative work.
I look at Shiny. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, too real. I'll take anything I can get.
We're just gonna have a moment of quiet. All right.
Exposure.
I look at Shiny and I say, "How much did you earn today?"
Today, actually, there was a woman who'd fallen off a boat down in the river, and I saved her life.
Did
And
she
how
pay
much
you?
did she pay you?
I was rewarded with the satisfaction of doing right.
Your landlady takes that for rent? That's a really good deal.
Yeah. I go, Mirabelle, can you eat satisfaction?
Maybe she should, because, she's a little
Mirabelle
chunky.
says, hungry.
I hope.
And looks over at Adrian and goes, Daddy.
It's
Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? So we all converge there,
All right.
I
So,
suppose.
that evening, you converge upon the Purple Lady Festal, which is down by the river Thune that flows through Westgate. And
saved a woman.
it's in kind of the southern part of the city. And it is this area.
Okay.
And the main entrance is actually over here. The river is basically kind of a canal here at this end, and there's like a line of people waiting to get into this tavern, or just hanging out front.
What's the general vibe I get from the folks waiting outside? Super classy.
Make
or
an insight
seedy?
check.
Ugh. 15.
Okay, they are wealthy, well-to-do people who want to seem important and powerful and cool.
Okay.
They're Westgate hipsters and
Yuppies.
a little bit of the elite kind of mingling.
Well, we have invitations, so I think we can walk past this line. I think that's what Sturge will do.
Should we? I don't know. These people have been waiting for a while.
That's what Sturge will do.
Are you dressed like you got off work, or did you go get
Oh, no,
fancy?
no, he's got his full-on Snape regalia right now.
I just have like black robes.
It's
Wow.
black vest brocaded with black buttons, black robe on the top.
I am just going to start picturing Alan Rickman with a big nose.
And he does carry a walking stick with a sort of goblin head on the top.
Don't like that.
Like an actual goblin head or just like a carved goblin?
A carved goblin head.
Don't mess with me. This walking stick is known as the Goblin Head Slayer.
Specifically
I'm
goblin
workshopping that. All right. Okay, yeah, you go up to the front, and the large sort of security person standing out front takes a look at your invitation, and then she says, "Yep, go on in."
No.
Just give a raised eyebrow at Shiny and
How the people outside don't look like they're cold waiting out there, right? Like they're fine.
It's midsummer, so no, they don't look cold.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure I walk down the whole length and say "excuse me" as I walk by.
Okay, some
Did
of
you
them are
call-
trying to look cold, but that's mostly so that others of them will give them their scarves and coats and things like that.
I don't suffer after
They're
patience.
lying now, so you can go right past them.
They're obviously a low moral character.
I'll approach
you-
the bouncer in that case.
Did you polish up your armor and
Of
stuff?
course,
Or you looking
always.
for-
Always, I will approach the bouncer
That's
and
where
say,
half of our
"Good evening,
income
sir.
goes."
Here is my invitation, I believe."
She looks at it,
Madam.
says, "Yep, going in." Clank, clink, clank, clank, clank. Says, "Adventurers." Hold on. Is that a 3-year-old child?
So,
That's a 2-year-old child.
so I took the entertainer like backstory, and according to this trait,
You can smuggle one 3-year-old into
But not a
It seems like
2-year-old.
a very specific mechanical benefit.
oh yeah, I'm glad the book put that in there. Oh,
Tell her it's your
convenient.
familiar.
Oddly situational, that benefit.
Yeah, but it says that I'm something of a recognized local figure, and if they have heard me perform, they typically take a liking to me. So, does this person recognize me?
She takes one look at you, looks at the child that is, slung around your chest, is like, "Stong." She holds out her hand.
I slap it.
She says,
And I walk in. Sweet.
All right, I'm waiting for you so that we can walk side by side because I don't trust this place. I want to make sure near Bill's.
she sees you three.
Okay.
Well, you two, and then the
You can
Angel.
handle this. It's okay.
I'm gonna be in her wake because
I have
that's what I do.
got like a gown made of like copper leaves, I think, like overlapping copper leaves. Some generous
Yeah.
deep V here.
Yeah.
It looks real good.
Okay,
Real good.
okay.
I've also got my
Fair
mask on. So I've got
Yeah.
my full mask with
Can you
the feathers.
explain what that looks like?
So it's like a full mask. It's largely like white off-white with some red patterning on it.
Like a carnival mask, sort of elegant.
Kind of no features down here.
Does it look like any of these?
Not particularly.
This one.
So if you look at her,
Oh,
looks
yes,
like
my
look at her
Stalin, by the
mini.
way.
My mini actually is quite accurate.
Oh.
Yeah, her mini is an actual
Like a
Rishemi witch
Mm-hmm.
from.
vampire lord kind of thing.
No.
Scary, like.
Why you gotta misinterpret my culture like that?
I've killed lots
So
of
like kind of
vampires.
flat mask with this sort of black feathers, and she's got black hair and she's wearing it down, so it's looking pretty good. She's significantly shorter than these two.
Oh,
I
it's
think.
just like a silver hockey mask.
Yeah, basically. But in a holy way.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, you would not think that we look like at all like sisters. if we
Mostly
didn't have
'cause
the
of this.
mask.
I don't know what her face is, so yeah.
So this trio of exotic
pick one of those
elf-esque
images.
I
women.
quite like this one, but I think this one's not bad either. I think that one's my favorite.
Okay.
Nice lighting.
Thank you.
Yeah, she
I can
does.
do that.
She does some in the lightning occasionally.
Nice.
Okay. It's such a good picture.
I like that one.
Yeah.
It's like your dating profile pic.
Yeah, that's the one I put up on my favorite in Tinder.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. There's these three women. Sturge is gonna take note. How do they like? One of them's gonna precede the others, and I'm curious how that dynamic's gonna work out.
Oh, Cecilia's definitely going in first.
Yeah.
Wait,
Cecilia.
no, I'm going up first.
Nice try.
Caleb-
So Cecilia.
What's your speed?
Cecilia and Caleb, they're having kind of a
Shoulder to
standoff.
shoulder.
What's on your wing there? There's something sticky. I rolled a 12 to dodge.
Okay.
She might have mussed your mask.
So
up a little.
the bouncer lady looks at you three, takes in all three of you, and she's like, "Yeah, the lady definitely invited you."
Of course she did.
Of course she
I'm
did.
just kidding.
She doesn't even look at your invitation; she just waves you through. All right. So the purple lady festal is. It's more like a nightclub than your standard restaurant or bar. It's dark, but not dark that you can't see people. And there are long banners of purple silk that fall down from the ceiling and kind of wave slightly as though there were wind, even though there isn't wind. and give the place this kind of like shifting, sinuous sort of atmosphere. There are people dancing, a lot of people dancing. There are people sitting at tables. There are two basically identical white-haired elf ladies sitting at this table who are just basically shutting down every single person who comes to talk to them.
Ooh, looks like a table for Stom.
I'll describe a couple more of these people. There is a woman here in the corner who's dressed in black leather and has a whip. And any of you who have a passing familiarity with religions of the realms recognize her as a devotee of Loviatar, who's the goddess of torture and BDSM, essentially. Yeah. The paladin's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Pain, a little pleasure.
And then just sort of lock up as I'm.
Like, okay, BDSM is a fine thing. I don't mean to knock on BDSM. That's just what's going on here. It's like the dark side of BDSM. All right, just making that caveat. There's a good BDSM deity too. That's Ilmater. All right, let's talk about religions of the realm later. All right.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody describe Ilmater as a good BDSM deity, but it's not wrong.
Strap in. All right. Okay, and there is a woman who is serving drinks at this bar area. There is some kind of cat-like creature curled up on a tall, standing, like armoire sort of thing, with a long feathered tail. And this cat creature is maybe at least 3 or 4 feet long, pretty big, but appears to be napping. And the woman serving drinks behind the bar has dark gray skin and long silvery sort of hair. And she is an elf. She appears to be a drow elf, in fact. And she immediately recognizes you and says, "Oh, good, you made it."
Oh, she's Invitation Lady.
She's Invitation Lady.
So we
So you're there.
stick ourselves in there?
I'm going straight to the bar.
Did you have a mini for me?
Orc.
Ah. Here is my bag of heroes minis. I'll look through that and find one that might work for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So wait. Oh, okay.
In the meantime, you could represent me with this.
Part of me is like, I definitely have a harpy mini. Let's cut her wings off and glue them onto you.
Oh no, I'll
Do you want to be at the back?
grab
somewhere?
like an orc mini to be you for the moment, if you like.
Is that you?
It's for him.
Oh.
No, I'm in purple.
Oh wait, I need to.
Here's
next
his orc dude.
I'm
for the
definitely
moment.
next to Star.
Oh, that's a great one. It's even got my magnificent black mane.
You're huge.
You
I don't know
are
why
pretty
I've been
big.
thinking you were blonde all this time.
I'm blonde.
I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe I
What
get
is your
used to that.
strength, Star?
People mix
20.
them up all
You
the
are
time.
a strapping gentleman.
Yes, I'm 6'11".
Oh my lord!
They're the kind of couple that people mix up a lot. Each other's senses. All right.
Wow.
Very strong, and I have a great constitution, but terrible charisma.
I'm going to lean close to you, Star. This looks like the kind of place you might enjoy.
Say, this is also the kind of place that I believe Mirabelle enjoys.
Would you
goes,
mind?
Dance.
Would you mind, perhaps, if I held on to Mirabelle while we were here, so that you may?
Mirabelle?
She goes, "Aw, dance."
We can watch Daddy dance. Don't worry. Now, gently hold her.
Oh,
I'm
boring
only-
daddy.
I'm only allowing this because I wish to go over to the two white-haired elven women and
Oh, I saw them. I know. You were going straight there.
That's gonna go great. All right.
Can I get a drink?
Yes. The woman
I need a
says,
drink.
"Wait. I pride myself on guessing people's favorite drinks." Okay.
I'm very hard to categorize.
Yeah, well, all right. So she looks you over what you're wearing. She says, "I sense a certain amount of the Fae about you. All right, here we go." And she starts mixing things.
Okay.
And then she extends to you this tall glass Most of this place actually has glasses. A lot of places only have ceramic or even wooden vessels because
Classy.
they're cheaper or break less easily. But this place is classy and actually has glasses. So the glass she extends to you is this kind of like scintillating rainbow of liquids, and it's faintly steaming.
Pretty. Is there alcohol in it?
She said, "Oh yeah."
That's my favorite drink.
Wow, you get her.
I'm going to approach her with Mirabelle gently in my arms and say, I would also like a drink.
Milk, right?
No, but try again.
Almond milk?
I'm actually partial to elven wine because each of us must have something related to elves, evidently.
Oh, I messed up. I'm sorry. Here you go. She pours a glass of wine from this very dusty bottle, which is golden, bubbly wine.
Ah, perfect. Thank you very much.
That's Elberquist that she poured for him. It's
I'm
not,
just curious.
not
Wait,
actually Czar.
So you took our child and immediately went to the bar.
We happened
order
to
a
be at
drink.
the bar. You're going to some ladies.
Can you make something to make the kid fall asleep?
She's fine and quiet.
I think she's fine. Yeah, she'll let us know if she's distressed.
Don't you tell us how to parent.
I was just trying to.
Fun.
I'm also not the one who brought my baby to a whorehouse. Whatever.
Life decisions. All right. Okay. And she says, I'm Shay, by the way. She says, all right. And she pours another golden sort of drink, different from his, but the same sort of color for you. And extends that over to you.
Okay.
And it's actually warm.
Okay. Why?
And it tastes of almonds. That's the Czar.
Yeah.
Because she marked that for Artemisia's drink.
Isn't there a poison that tastes like almonds?
Silent?
Mmm.
She says, "Oh, I can
smells
pour
like-
that. I can pour that
Smells
for
like
you
almonds."
too if you want." We have certain guests who request as poisonous a drink as I can pour for them legally.
Huh. How
Most of-
poisonous is that?
Most of
What
them
is
are
the-
dwarves.
That makes sense.
So
Cecilia,
Song has already wandered off, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you- okay.
I've given up drink.
Cecilia has drunk half of her drink. Did it do anything weird for the record?
It makes your perceptions a little more fluid and colorful.
Cool.
It's slightly
sounds fun.
hallucinogenic.
I like it.
It tastes a little bit like mint
And rainbow.
and rainbows and victory.
That's my favorite.
Sweet, sweet.
Well, Artemisia is gonna like savor hers because she can tell this is for savoring, man.
She pours Sturge a dark, dry wine that you drink when you're sad.
Sad wine.
You're supposed to mix a little bit of your tears in it.
You drink a little bit of it, and it reminds you of these bittersweet memories that you have from your life.
Is this red wine?
It's very, very dark red,
This is perfect.
like nearly purple red.
That, you nailed it, lady.
And then she looks at Caliph, and she continues looking at Caliph, and she's like, I, you're really pretty. I mean, I don't know. What kind of drinks do you like?
I thought you were going to guess it.
Oh no. All right, I can do this. Okay. And she just starts pouring like a bunch of things into this one drink, and it comes out in this kind of like I don't want to say brown, but it is kind of a brown sort of
a graveyard.
drink that she extends to you, and she says, "Uh-oh."
Alright, Kayla takes the
Okay.
drink.
It tastes all right, very strong.
Is it like hummingbird nectar?
Yeah.
Looks like you made her day. She says, "Oh well, enjoy the party for a while, and
Actually,
I'll bring you to see my lady soon."
Could we maybe speed that process up? Do you think? I don't know if we should linger.
I
Go
want to.
dance.
I really want to watch your partner get shot down, though.
Okay, I want to see that as well. So we should,
Let's go to the dance floor and watch.
Let's go to the corner and watch.
Corner of the dance floor, and she's just gonna shove you.
I see what's happening here.
Which I think you could probably resist, but you are holding Mirabelle.
That's true. I don't want to grab her, so I don't want to resist too much.
Is this a wall?
Because Cecilia might
that
kick
is a
her
wall
knees out.
by the window. Oh, okay.
This drink is
Sturge,
going
you
down
have wandered
fast
near
and
this flashy guy with long blonde hair who is
I have
obviously
legit
flirting
dragged you
with everything that walks past
one
him.
hand on his back, one hand.
And not very well.
Near the
Okay.
two white-haired ladies.
Like he's obviously a bit inebriated and having some charisma disadvantage.
Can I just do an insight check on what his deal is?
What his deal is?
Can you read my insight?
I can. +1.
That'd be an 8.
With an 8, you
Wait, you got
think,
9, so
Yeah.
it's 10.
No,
It's 10.
Okay, you think that he is drunk and can easily be a mark for theft if you want to steal something from him.
What a
I mean, it's
defiant rake.
not like you happen to be a rogue or
Okay.
I'm an actor.
Okay, Stong.
You're not a rogue,
you
you're an
headed
actor
over-
that steals things.
Stong, you headed over to talk to those ladies.
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
so there are these two.
How did I end up in the middle of the dance floor?
They're
I'm very
elves.
persuasive.
They are.
I actually am, for the record.
Jeez.
So how much does Stong
We're
know
gonna
about
make so
elves?
many bad decisions.
I'd say
I'm watching the cat.
I mean, he's encountered elves before, but he does not have any specific knowledge of
Okay,
elven culture.
so they have a certain amount of otherworldliness about them, and their eyes are solid white. They don't have pupils or irises, they're just all white, like kind of metallic white, and their hair is white, and you feel colder moving closer to them.
Let me see here. Stong's into that.
Okay, great. And one of them looks at you, and the other one looks at you, and one says, yes, and the other one says, what? And the other one says, are you?
Yeah. You go, well, I'm Stong. Perhaps you've heard of me? I'm a bit of a local celebrity.
I'm going to pinch my nose.
Make a charisma check, please.
Sweet. Like charisma saving throw or just a charisma check? Oh, it's a 3.
Wait,
Like-
-1. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Your
four
voice,
minus one.
it's so garish.
Yeah.
I know.
Can I see him floundering?
Oh, yeah.
How floundered are you? Are you like still chill?
I bet he's still
Do you want
confident
help?
as hell.
I'm impervious.
Gotcha.
That guy in the
Embarrassment.
reddish purple shirt is now watching you like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Because Cecilia's sort of balanced between this is very entertaining and also she will like step in and help.
So the one elf,
Given
and the one elf kind of looks away like you're not really there, and the other elf looks at you and says, "Is there some reason you're talking to us?"
I tell them, So, I'm gonna ask them what their names are, and I'm gonna tell them that they're the only people in the room worth talking to.
Oof.
Ooh, that's good.
Make a charisma check, please.
Okay.
You have advantage on
Yeah, I
this
was gonna
one.
say.
Because that was
Is that persuasion
14.
or performance?
Well, you've got advantage, so roll
15.
twice
Oh.
and take the better.
13, 15.
Okay.
I could intimidate them.
so
but I
the
don't
elf
think that's the
says-
right way to go.
No,
Yeah, I
don't
don't
do
think
that.
that's the right way to go.
I am Gale. And the other one says, I am Winter. And the other one says, my sister always comes first.
I see. I say, this is my first time in this establishment.
PG-13.
I was wondering, but I say, this is my first time in this establishment. Me and my friends here got invited to this party by, and I point to the bartender up front.
You mean the Shadow Lady?
Say if that's what her name is.
Ah, yes. And Winter says, well, she is the plaything of a deeper shadow. And Gale says, true, true, love does strange things to the young.
Not liking this.
I
They
say,
both look at you, and they're like, do you know love?
I've experienced it one time before, and then I tell them the story of Lork and the time that the barmaid took me upstairs. And
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was a good time.
Make make a performance check this time. Because
Yeah,
you are
some
performing
bonuses
this
there,
story.
a 14.
14. Okay. They seem actually interested in your story. And when you're finished telling it, one of them says, oh, yes, those who have sworn vows. And then the other one says, to the lightest and greatest of patrons. And then the other one says, are often charming. We can understand how you would love this man so much.
I go, yeah, love, yeah. So tell me, did you guys also get invites to this party tonight? Or is this your first time here too?
We know Illyra. The other one says, we know the fox.
Is Illyra the fox?
The other one says, very much so.
I see. Wow. So I say, I don't mean to brag, but she told us that she wanted to hire us for a job of some sort. Do you happen to know anything about it?
They look at each other, and they're like, best of luck to you. She is insatiable.
I see. I tell them that I have a very high constitution score.
PG-13, everybody.
Very high constitution.
Well, okay.
All right, make a persuasion check to cap off this interaction.
14.
Nice. That's like your number now.
Yeah.
They seem vaguely intrigued by you, and they say, if you survive, pay us a call.
Ooh, sweet. What's the equivalent of communication, like information in this world?
Doves.
Like doves? Okay. Can I get your address?
Look for us at the first frost.
Okay.
You shall find us there, if you survive.
Say, will do. All right.
And then a wintry wind surrounds you, and you're momentarily like, you have to close your eyes as though you're in a blizzard, and then they're just gone.
Hope you're okay with children.
Leaving kind of icy seats where they were sitting.
I'm gonna walk up to you.
Slow clap.
I'm gonna walk up to you. How did that go?
Is it
It
Celia
looked
with
good.
her?
I mean,
Well, they're obviously winter fae of some kind.
Well, yeah.
They're
as well as-
Eladrin.
Right. I know
Could've
what they
hoped,
are.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cecilia knows
it could have
that.
gone a lot
They
worse.
actually seem very familiar to you. Like you might have encountered
Do you need
them
the
recently.
apartment for tonight?
We're supposed to
not
meet
where
at
we
First
went to
Frost, so
What does that mean?
we'll find out. We have to survive first. Apparently.
Survive?
Survive tonight.
We'll
So
find
what's
out,
happening
but
tonight?
I'm gonna stay up all night and wait and maybe freeze to death, but we'll see.
Sturge this whole time has just been watching and listening and trying to notice if there's anyone watching. He's taking all the attention, and I want to see who's paying attention to him besides the people he was talking to.
Okay. I just want to do a time check. When do people need to take off?
9:30.
What time is it?
30.
Half hour.
No.
30?
It's
I can stay up
Looking at
later.
Aaron.
I can
Okay.
stay up later.
Okay, cool.
I do, however, need to have my nose. That way.
All right.
Yeah. That way and to the right.
So yeah, you saw that interaction, and several people on the dance floor give Ston a round of applause.
He's confused because he's not singing. Do you want me to sing?
No,
Is this what's happening?
we're fine. They're fine. They've.
All right.
Yeah.
This lady, who I have a picture actually
Nice
of what she looks like.
snake staff.
She's actually wearing just like a blue robe.
That's
It's not like multicolored like
No, it's
like the menu
these
suggests.
It's like
If I can find,
Yeah.
hold on.
Buy my music. Yeah. I guess.
She like is way okay. She looks like that. She is way into it. She's like clapping. She's like a song.
Don't. He's actually very tired, and we have a job to do, unfortunately. Otherwise, he would be very happy to. But unfortunately, he can't tonight.
I'll
So,
tell her to catch me at the Leafy Oak Inn.
Is that where you work?
I don't.
Is it the same bar that we usually go to where he works?
If you usually go there, it's not where I work.
You have, yeah, your usual bar is not the one that he works in.
Okay,
Because
great.
you would have seen him before this point. Anyway, the drow lady shows up. She appears, basically, amongst you, as though she was standing there the whole time.
Whoa.
As though she stepped out of your shadow. And she says, "My lady will see you now."
Follower?
Your timing is impeccable.
And she says this, kind of like dark, ominous thing, and then she sees that lady in the blue, and she's like, "Mirren!" And Mirren's like, "Shay!" And then they hug each other.
Okay. I clap now.
Should we follow you, or do we go upstairs ourselves? Or
And Shay says, "Oh no, follow me. It was just really good to see you." And the lady Mirren says, "Yeah, it was good to see you too." Goes back to dancing. I showed everyone else the picture. I'll show you the picture. Isn't that pretty? I took a picture.
I asked for
That's
Mirabelle
very
back,
good.
eyeing the cup in
And you
your
know who
hand.
Mirren is,
I
so we're good.
you don't think I should?
Also,
she's
Cecile's
fine
just
with
like-
drinking. I asked Mirabelle if she's fine with me drinking.
She says, "Yay!"
Perhaps you should hold her hand.
Take her back.
My child is encouraging me to drink.
The water.
Water?
Yeah, the
But
liquid.
it ended up over here.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay. Shay shows you up the stairs, and I don't really have a space for it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she shows you into this
Do you mind if I have one as
smaller, dark sort of room with a banquet table set with all kinds of like finger food, and there's a space for drinks and such too. And there are none of those banners hanging down from the ceiling, but there are tapestries on the walls in purple, black and purple mostly are the colors, and they show people dancing. Elves, dark elves, dancing, fighting, unclear. But that's what you get out of this room.
Is there anybody else in the room besides us?
Nope. Shay showed you in here, and she says, "Well, I shall see you later." And then she closes the door behind you, leaving you alone in the room.
Does this place bother anyone else?
It's getting
Yeah,
weird.
just a little.
I try to learn some of those dance moves off the wall.
Okay. Make a intelligence check, please.
5.
You start emulating those
Is
dance
he having a
moves.
seizure?
And yeah, it does not
It's the
go
only thing
well.
I've wanted. Damn it.
That is not the only thing you've wanted in the last like 10 minutes.
I change my wants frequently.
Okay. What else do you do?
So we are in
Or
a
they're, sorry, go ahead.
a chamber.
Yes, it's
Oh.
like a small audience hall that you might hold like a revel with 40 or
Oh,
so people.
I tell everybody the information that I gathered from those two.
So we're doing a dangerous job.
They mentioned surviving something.
Are there any other doors in the room?
Just
I
that
mean,
one set of
Eldred
doors
are
that
very
Shay showed you through.
dramatic.
They appear to be locked.
can you
I am
were the
going
expert?
to try
Yes,
it.
I am.
Yep, they are locked.
That's
can
that's
you
not great.
tell me about the Eladrin?
They're very dramatic.
Thank you. Brett.
I like dramatic people.
No, not when they're potentially. It sounds okay. So
They're from the Feywild.
Like I am the winter wind. Literally.
Yeah.
They're elemental fae.
Ish.
this feels.
Like, just don't make them mad.
This feels beside the point. Does everybody have a weapon handy?
Yes.
Okay.
Did we not discuss my amazing new rod?
Yes, your bonus stick.
I
Never.
The bone rod.
PG-13, everybody. All right.
Well, I'm gonna look at well, not just look at, but like smell the food. Does it smell like it's?
Oh yeah, it's very nice, very
Okay.
very pleasant, appealing. Your mouth waters when you.
Oh,
you
I
smell it.
legitimately
Can I,
have
like-
a spell for this.
What?
Detect poison.
Suspicious
We're already at the
spell.
point where we do not trust the DM at all. Like, free food! You're like, alright, make sure it's
I'm
not gonna
not
kill
saying
anybody
that's
or
not
curse
reasonable.
anybody or. Can I check the room, like, because
Sure, make a
People-
perception check.
I hope somebody
Is it
walks in while you're
investigation
checking
or
for poison.
if I'm going around looking?
You're just looking for
But
clues.
I feel like that should be
Investigation would be
investigation.
like
oh, but it
putting-
doesn't matter because I rolled really good.
Investigation would be like putting together clues to establish a conclusion.
Okay.
For me, anyway, that's how I interpret it.
Yay, got a
You're the boss.
22.
You got a 22.
Yes, I have
Wow.
perceived very thoroughly.
All right, very nice.
Nice.
You see that the tapestries that you had been admiring and he had been trying to emulate hide alcoves where somebody could be standing.
Can I just go?
Yep, you don't find anybody standing there.
Okay.
But
I would have loved it if I was dancing in front of one and you lifted it. There's just a person there.
it's just a person there and they're like real intent on watching.
Can I go in there and just hang?
Yes. Well, there were 8 tapestries, 2 of them concealed alcoves.
Cool. Can I stand in one?
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
wanna
you're gonna do the thing with the
detect
food?
magic.
Because
Okay.
I'm hungry.
So if I stand in the center of the room, it'll.
Yeah, so you cast Detect Magic and just kind of like your senses expand to bring in extra sensory detail from magical resonances. His shield starts glowing. Her rod starts glowing pretty intensely.
You can see it through the tapestry. I'm like,
her-
pull back,
her
I'm like, I'm
ring
trying to take a
starts
nap!
glowing. You hadn't noticed her ring before, but you do now because you cast that spell.
It's a lovely ring.
And it is like it's gold with a black stone.
Nothing else?
Boots.
He's wearing boots that are magical. Their child has a faint magical aura.
Don't you look at her with that look.
Don't you look at her with your dirty detect magic spell.
Two very different parenting styles, I see.
I want to
and-
expose her to the world.
I want to protect her from the world.
And that's it. You don't detect any other magic.
I think I'll have something to eat. If,
Okay.
I am going to detect poison.
Okay. It does not appear to be poisonous.
It's not.
Though some of those drinks are a little dodgy.
It does not appear to be poisonous,
Yeah.
though some of those drinks are a little dodgy.
I'm going for the food.
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to join her with me, sure.
Okay. So you eat food. It's delicious, filling.
Pencil.
This one's just.
Some of you
can
might
borrow-
not
you
have
can borrow
eaten
Rhiannon's
very much
pencil.
recently, so it's real nice to just be able to
I'm
eat
just-
your fill.
Sturge will take a lamb chop and go and study these tapestries.
Question: since this was a conversation that we started, but then I interrupted it. Did you steal anything from the drunken rake downstairs?
I am an actor, so
Okay. that doesn't answer the question.
well, I didn't see anything worth stealing,
Okay.
and that truly is something that would jeopardize my welcome here.
Very well. Okay, so you're just you're standing around. You're detecting everything.
I'm detecting poison.
Looking for a
Nice.
trick of some kind. Several of you are just eating some food. Several of you are drinking some drinks. One of you is hiding behind a
I
tapestry.
decided I want to drink. I'm gonna bust
Yeah.
out, and it's the one he's looking at me.
Oh, Jesus!
I'm like, move, and then I go get a drink.
Okay.
I want to see if there's any story being told in these tapestries. I want to figure that out.
Make an intelligence check.
Is this like an investigation intelligence check? or-
Yeah, we'll let it be investigation since you're drawing
+4.
drawing a connection
Ooh.
between all these things.
23.
Cool. All right. Yeah, you get the sense that the events seem vaguely mystical and mythical, like maybe they're just fairy tales of some kind. But then you start seeing commonalities between the individual tapestries, and they're telling a story about the founding of an organization.
Are they being defined in opposition to some other group? Is there like battles happening? Or?
Good question.
Yes, there are a couple of battles happening. There is one tapestry which shows people on a bridge next to a waterfall, following a person who has no face. It's just like a blank slate, and who is speaking. And then behind them is coming like some red-haired woman with a sword. And so that seems like a pivotal event in some kind of... And she's not an angel, she's just a regular-looking red-haired woman with a sword. She has a kind of like impractical armor, though. Anyway, just based on your assessment, you're like, how could, why would you have armor that doesn't defend those important parts of your body? All right.
Red Sonja.
Kinda, a little bit. And then there's another moment, there's another tapestry that shows like these dark figures looking predatory over a cityscape. And then there's another tapestry showing similar or the same dark figures running from a knight holding a sword glowing with light. Like it's like a ray of the sun.
Rad, I support that dude.
And then there's
He looks uptight.
there's another tapestry about a dark-skinned elf guy, a drow, emerging. No, that was the one with the predatory people. Like there was this dark-skinned elf emerging, and the predatory robed figures were looking at it. And you feel like it's chronicling the history of some kind of organization.
And are these all humans?
No, some of them are elves, some of them are humans, some of them are, well, they might have once been human. But they have long fangs and look kind of like vampires.
Oh, shite.
Is there the little purple symbol anywhere in the tapestries?
There are, now that you're, well, what's your passive perception? 10? Okay. We'll say that he was looking at them, so you were looking at them, and you see that, yes, there are several tapestries that have this kind of like black circle with like a purple outline around it.
Oh.
Which, for any of you who are trained in religion, who's trained in religion skill?
I am not.
Nope.
Alarmingly.
Religion skill?
But as a bard, I get access to all skills because I am a jack of all trades.
If anyone would like to make a religion check, I will tell you more about that.
16.
Even my character doesn't know something, but I know
5.
something.
I know.
And Cecilia's like, these are pretty good lamb chops.
What did you get? What'd you get, Yang?
16.
16. That is the symbol of the goddess Shar, who is the
But you're not
goddess
trained
of nihilism and destruction, essentially.
She's the depression
I tell
goddess.
it.
The heat
Yeah.
death of the universe. That's what her portfolio
I
is.
much
She's
like
the
her.
what?
I like her much better
She's
as
the goddess
of
of depression and death and destruction.
because
in
you
a
do
sense.
you do
Not death as in like I die and go to the underworld, but death as in like the
she's the
universe
lady
ends.
of loss.
She's the lady
And
of
so
loss.
normal people
Wow.
worship Shar in moments where you have grief, but the idea is you worship her a little like in a sort of like take this and then let me go back to my life kind of way. But if you dive in, then you get to the heat death of the universe.
Which is why Shar is an extremely powerful goddess.
Ooh, I
So
inspired
everyone
me.
experiences
Compose new songs.
loss.
And this is a symbol I see there, or we see there, that...
Well, that's the closest. That's a recurring symbol that you see in a couple of the tapestries.
Do we want to work for this person?
Wait.
I have questioned that this entire time.
Because like this whole loss business doesn't sound like the money is coming in.
Also,
Should we be
not.
leaving?
We can't leave.
I mean-
I tried the door handle again. It's locked.
Also, there's
It
still
looks
more
like
of these
that.
lamb chops.
That's the symbol that I'm describing.
That's the heat death symbol?
Did you bring your
That's
purse? I
the
brought my
symbol
purse,
of
that's
Shar. goddess
Travadios
of-
with
of
all this
darkness.
great
Just like
food.
sticking them in my bra.
She is eating. Yeah, that's true. There is.
You
Okay.
shouldn't assume she's terrible.
So you're looking around and you're starting to have doubts, and then you hear a voice say, "I don't know. Do you want to stay?" And you realize that there's this woman who's been standing there in the room with you, and you just haven't seen her for some reason.
Cecily's way used to shit like this.
Until she spoke and revealed herself. And she is an elven woman. She has kind of pale, silvery skin and golden eyes, and that shade of black hair that's like midnight blue. And she dresses all in black, and she looks like that.
Same outfit.
Is that the pose she's in when we see her?
Well, she's sitting on a chair when you see her. She doesn't have the sword like pointed at your heart.
Does she have the mask?
Cool.
She doesn't have the mask.
Oh.
Okay, good. Because like I don't want to get into like a
Who were
mask
there?
measuring contest because like I'm winning. I just like slide it down.
She does not have the mask.
Then I'll keep
and
it
you-
up so I can keep eating these lamb chops.
She might have avoided wearing the mask so that would not put you off. And she says, "Welcome."
Thank you for having
Say,
us.
what up, good woman?
Yeah.
These are excellent lamb chops.
We appreciate you welcoming us into your home.
She says, "Of course."
Also,
Thank
someone
you."
locked your door.
Yes, well, Shay likes to pull her little pranks.
You were the one who sent us this missive?
I am Lady Nathalin, indeed, and I wish to hire you for a task.
Wait, like all
I say,
of
what's the
us?
payment?
Yeah. What is the task, I think, is the most important.
Payment
What?
first.
Payment first.
Us.
Yes,
Agreement.
High
There
five.
are a lot.
yes, all of you. Yes, there will indeed be payment.
But like
Oh,
his
this-
kind of payment where it's like, oh, it's for the goodness of my heart, or in the kind of payment
For
where
the
we're
goodness
like,
of-
we're
Or
money.
like
We're looking
my
for
kind
that
of payment,
hard
like
cash
14
here.
coppers.
So she smiles, like
We don't-
legitimately smiles and goes, "No, not like that."
Because I don't.
My payment comes threefold. The first is obviously I will offer you gold in exchange for your services. The
Agreed.
second is that if you perform your task admirably, there shall be additional tasks that you might undertake for me. And third, I shall assist you in the things that bring you to the city.
Oh, actually, that's...
My patronage comes with many benefits.
Patronage.
Why us?
Well, you are traveling adventurers of diverse skills, which is exactly what I need. I have also learned a bit about you and think that you are exactly right for my tasks.
Until today,
You, for instance, are a noble, powerful, strong, moral, suspicious bastard.
I'm gonna say, did you know he beat a barmaid to death with his shield?
She was a demon-possessed woman.
Oh, I do. I know that you are a man who has made mistakes, which is to seek a form of redemption.
It's not untrue.
And that you have a child that
I
you
do.
are raising with an extremely well-suited partner.
We complement each other.
Compliment and compliment, yes. Says, I'm you, for instance. I know that you are clever and that you are seeking something of great import to you and to the world, even if you do not realize it.
to the world.
That is what I said. And you seek to spread your music farther and wider.
I do.
You
Do
seek
you-
recognition for your unique creative vision.
Do you wish to purchase some of my music? I happen to have some right here.
In a sense, I do enjoy some of your lyrics.
I hand her some scrolls.
And you wish to be supportive of your sister,
It's true.
who is on a dark path, and I know much about dark paths.
I thought
I kind of rebel against calling it a dark path.
I thought I sensed something earlier.
It wasn't me.
Dark also means hidden.
I know a great
No.
deal about rebellion as well.
Yeah. See, there's nothing wrong with dark, and I hug Mirabelle.
And you,
She's very pure.
well, you need the coin, don't you?
Yes.
So,
What is your deal?
Broke. I can't help it if no one wants to hire me.
What do you do?
I'm a librarian, mostly.
You are the strangest person I've ever met.
She is a seeker and steward of knowledge.
We've got fireball
don't
flingers
appreciate
and
that
like
enough.
swordsman and a
They
librarian.
don't. They really don't.
What is this job?
This is not like an orgy thing, right?
No.
You go, oh.
Not your first job. Unless, of course, that's what you're saying.
What is this job? Oh god.
I only wanted to watch him do that.
She says,
Thank you.
I know it was pretty adorable.
It was amazing.
She says, well, it's very simple. I wish to see if you would be a good fit for my needs. And to do that, I shall give you a simple assignment to start with. And I shall reward you, shall we say, 3,000 gold pieces.
Wow. Yes.
Total or each?
We should talk about it.
Total.
500 each.
Is this job?
That's so good.
That'll do.
Is this job you're wanting to do?
Whoa,
Is
whoa,
it?
whoa, whoa, whoa. Mirabelle also gets her share.
I'm sorry,
No.
Mirabelle can have her share when Mirabelle contributes more than saying, "Yay, bad daddy."
Agreed.
She seems to be contributing. Bad.
Mirabelle goes. Mirabelle goes.
Or you let me draw a mustache.
She says,
Not unless she likes
You
it.
seem to be dancing around the subject itself.
straight to business then. Very well. A certain, shall we say, business associate of mine is bringing an illicit cargo into the city. I wish to know the details of this cargo. This job does not involve any confrontation. You need not fight with anyone. You need not steal anything. I only wish to know of what the cargo is, when it shall arrive, and perhaps some information about how to discredit my rival. as it were.
Boring job.
Who's your rival?
I
Do you accept my
It's
task?
called Easy Job.
clarification. You called the person an associate first, but it's a rival.
They can be both.
It's a rival.
Frenemies.
I have allies and rivals,
All right. So
but most are rivals.
discover the nature of the shipment
Correct.
and the timing of its arrival,
Oh yes, the circumstances of the shipment.
such that if you wanted to intercept it, you could.
Or do the noble thing. Contact the watch and have them intercept it.
Very well.
Of course.
Depending on what the illicit cargo is, of course.
I did not take you for so savvy a businessman.
Do you have ideas of what it may be?
I have theories, but I would not like to prejudice your investigation.
Okay, who is this that we're looking into?
You would have to say that you accept my task before I incriminate myself potentially.
So do I know how much money like 3,000 is compared to a
It's
job
a
like
lot.
this?
This seems like a lot of money.
Like,
It seems like
it's
a lot of money
not-
for a harmless little job like this.
Group huddle. We just like go over here for a second.
Sidebar.
You're welcome to ask for less if you wish.
I mean, maybe we'll have to ask for more.
On the one hand, this is a really good deal. On the other hand, I'm waiting for her to be like, oh, it's a vampire you're going to fight. So, can you fight vampires?
I've fought vampires.
Okay, cool. You do the vampires, and I'm in.
Real quick,
Deal.
Mirabelle goes,
DM.
yeah.
The tapestries. Did it look like the vampires were the bad guys in the tapestries?
Unclear.
The organization. That
They
was,
did look sinister. I mean, it wasn't
They're
like
vampires.
glorifying.
It wasn't okay. So whatever.
And then they
this-
were chased
Also, if
out.
it's a vampire,
Okay.
you have to buy me a drink because I'm amazing. Good guesser.
It's okay.
Not
Okay.
with my money, with your own money.
Very well.
All right.
Well,
the thing
I'm
is,
in.
it sounds like, regardless of what this is, we will have agency throughout this. Should we find that this is something untoward or not truly in the best interest of the people, we can abandon this job. We can do what we wish with whatever this illegal cargo is.
Maybe.
What I'm saying is that we
Do you
have
cross
choice.
this lady? She appears out of nowhere.
Um,
That's generally a bad sign.
So yeah, also
Do you
like,
speak from experience?
I've been in the Feywild. I've seen some things.
She's like a weird woods person.
like,
What?
She's dressed in leaves.
Well, but also, why us versus like any agents that she had before? Like, what happened to her previous agents? This can't be the first time that she.
See, that seems very obvious. She can easily say that we are in no way associated with her. We are not part of her organization. Therefore, she can distance herself easily if we get captured or whatever. She can say, "I don't know those schmucks."
Mirabelle says, "Daddy's smart."
Yeah, oh, you are smart sometimes.
All right, so we doing this?
I just want
I'm
to
in.
know that we're not getting involved with vampires.
If we get involved with vampires, we'll slay vampires.
Shiny's already said he's taking care of all the vampires.
I have fought
He's
vampires.
dibs the vampire.
You're just gonna hit him with a shield.
It's a wood shield, right? You need that,
That's
right?
just all stakes.
That's his solution for everything. Is just bash it with a shield.
I turn to her. We'll do it.
Fantastic. That goes for all of you then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well then. The rival, as it were, that you are investigating is House Vamos. They are a relevant house here in Westgate.
Oh, history
What
check.
do we know about them?
Yeah, go ahead and make history.
Starts with a V. Could that be?
VHAMOS.
I've only just
19.
got here, but I rolled a 20.
Oh, wow. You just know everything.
Talking to some dude down the bar earlier.
I just stopped and had a couple drinks along the way, and this came
All
up.
right. This is an important mechanical point. A 20 on a skill check is not an automatic success the way it is on an attack roll or a saving throw. But what is a 20 get you?
Oh, wasn't it natural
on that
20?
intelligence check? You got a 20.
Yes.
Okay. And you got
12.
okay.
Natural 12.
House Vamos is one of the major mercantile rulers of the city. There are 12, 15 merchant houses that rule the city. And Vamos is, I think, currently... I'm going to need to look this up. But they're one of the big powers in the city. Many of the other merchant houses don't particularly like them because the merchants are constantly jockeying for power in the city. So whoever's basically on top is the house. Oh yes, House Vamos has the Crow Mark. The Crow Mark is the ruler of Westgate, the nominal. Westgate is an oligarchy. It's ruled by people with money and power. So the Merchant Council rules the city. The Crow Mark is the president of the council. It's chosen from among the most powerful families in the city. The current Crow Mark of Westgate is a member of House Vamos. Vamos is, like many powerful houses in the city, known for, rumored to be corrupt and make shady deals. It's just kind of assumed that if you're powerful in Westgate, you do that kind of thing. There's a persistent rumor on the streets, which is something that you got with your 20.
Totally.
Because you overheard somebody talking about
And I
this.
walked up and I said, "Hey, can I buy you a drink? This sounds interesting."
Like, yes, you overheard these voices on the wind that came to you. And then you walked over to listen to them and bought some man a drink, and he told you all about how House Vamos is supposedly wrapped up in a slavery ring, and that is actually that is actually violating one of the few laws of Westgate, which is that slavery is technically illegal in Westgate.
That's why we have
That
Mirabelle.
doesn't
Strong
mean
is
that
very
doesn't
against
mean
slavery.
human trafficking
Nice.
doesn't
All
happen
freedom.
in the city.
It's pro-freedom.
It just means that people try very hard not to get caught doing it.
Okay.
Well, I hate these guys already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's beat
I
him
think
up.
we're all in agreement. These are terrible people.
And
We all get a turn on hitting on them and killing them. You don't get all of them.
Wait, hitting them or hitting
hitting
on them?
on them?
Hitting them.
Oh, hitting them.
Ah, okay.
Hitting
yeah,
on
no,
them
I'm
and
not doing
killing
that.
Because I'm good at hitting on things
Listen,
right now.
I've had a very weird Rainbow Elven drink, and you've got a weird halo and stuff. So
Oh,
if
excellent.
if
Is
words
it
are coming out
radiant?
weird, it's not my fault.
So,
That's how you do it.
Shay reappears near you, as if she stepped out of Big Guy's shadow.
You people.
And she says, in my experience, hitting and hitting on are not so dissimilar. And
Good
then
to know.
And she goes over and stands by Ilra, kind of like putting her arm around her shoulders. And then they
I nod.
kiss each other in welcome.
Are we forbidden to kill anyone in this?
You
Ilra
shouldn't be
says,
looking to kill
Ilra says,
someone.
what do you take me for? Of course you're not forbidden.
Sometimes things happen. For instance, shield, barmaid.
That was
Things
not an
happen.
accident.
I see.
I don't think you meant to kill her.
I mean, okay, this is just, I have made peace with this moment and I'm 100% comfortable with my actions, but that was 2 years ago. We should not be looking to kill people. We should be
She
looking
says,
for an
wow,
alternate.
you seem really over it.
We should, anyway.
Ilra says, stop.
Should loss of life occur, are we going to be held liable?
It depends. And she says, if you get caught. And Ilra says, look, I'm trying for a mysterious vibe here.
Because I have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Well, then you would better run, Shiny. Chase. You can run real fast in that armor, right?
I actually, 5th edition, and since I have a strength of 16, I do not have a speed penalty.
Kaboom!
Her head explodes.
Mechanical upgrades.
All right. Where are you expecting this shipment to come in, or do we need to figure that out?
That is your task.
That
Oh.
makes
All right.
sense.
we go?
Are they?
Do we eat all the lamb chops?
Do they use canals? Are they wagon people or are they boat people?
Can't just say wagon people.
I suspect it is coming in by boat. That is the only clue that I can give you.
And you don't know where the boat's coming from, do you?
No.
Oh, this
Probably
one.
one of the other cities on the Sea of Fallen Stars, however.
Oh, okay.
One of the other cities.
You're funny.
There are many.
So these
It's a really big inland sea.
Vamos
It really
people probably have numerous vessels at any given time going in the canals and so on. Do they have an insignia that we would recognize? Are we talking about?
I feel like you don't bring slaves in on your own boat. I'm trying to put myself in the place of someone who's going to smuggle in slaves.
Okay,
I feel
so-
like you need a different boat that doesn't say, hello, this is the Vamos boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also look relevant.
She so Ilra kind of moves her hand through the air. You see that she has gloves. She's wearing long elbow-length gloves, and she moves her hand through the air, tracing a symbol of some kind, and leaves this kind of like shadowy mark in the air, like a shadow illusion. And it resembles a steel gray hand, partly curled, palm upright, like this. Okay.
Huh.
Like it would be holding something, but it's not actually holding something. And she says that is their symbol. If you find that on correspondence or on a signet that one of them is carrying, you can rest assured that either it is their shipment or they are being framed for it.
Okay. Well, are any of us familiar with these docks? I mean, can we ask her for like a map otherwise?
I saved
live
a
here.
woman. I saved a woman down by the river today.
All right, good enough.
We have a
So-
librarian with us.
That's true.
Perhaps you might be able to use your divination or
I think librarians.
If you know how librarians work.
How do books work?
she's
Just open these pages of divine answers.
Look, Sturge is cursed, okay?
What I mean is, she's a keeper of information. Divination is an information gathering magic. I wonder if you possess such kinds of magic that might be able to lead us in the right direction.
Well,
Or
I could probably get free access into the library in town.
Really? Are you in good standing with them?
I'm just visiting.
I got really defensive really quick.
A librarian that's banned from the library. I don't like where this
Like all the feathers on her wings kind of stand up for a second.
I'm just
She's like,
visiting.
I'm just visiting, okay?
What do we know about you?
Ilra says,
Should I
perhaps
keep
not a
that
lot.
around?
Yeah, keep it.
Regardless, now that you have accepted my task, please accept my hospitality. If you are seen to leave here, intent on some mission, then surely you are working for me and I can't have that get out. So, you are welcome to stay here the night if you wish.
Do you have any single like rooms with like a bed that doesn't fit 2 people?
She says, single rooms with a bed that doesn't fit 2 people. How boring. Yes. If you insist. Never understand paladins. Shay's like, me neither.
Well, that's fine.
Don't yuck his yum.
Hillary says,
I'm happy to take a fat feather bed. I'm still struggling to think of all of these boats coming in, and all we have to go on is that there will be a boat arriving.
well, you'll have to
Do you
do
wanna
some
hang on to the
investigation.
dice?
won't
I'm
you?
just good at talking to people.
That's true. Do any of you have like scrying glasses or whatever? I don't know how would like spectral people work.
You really don't.
They love being called spectral people.
We don't have
Sounds
anybody.
like a polite way to say ghost.
All right, so you have accepted the mission.
Excellent.
Yay.
And Ilra lets you crash at the Purple Lady, unless you really don't want to, in which case you can leave. She's not
Actually,
keeping you there.
wanted to go downstairs and talk to that lady in the black leather, but
All right.
Put mirror down.
just learn some things about her. Just
Well, I meant put her to bed if you have a place for her to sleep.
oh, Mira would like some, she'd like to learn some things too.
I'll take Mira. She's probably very tired.
She is snoozing.
Okay,
Artemisia's going
The
to
like-
bed early.
Well,
The real life parent.
she'll go dancing,
Oh, she's going dancing.
but then she'll go to bed. But she's
Okay.
not gonna like hit on anybody interesting
Okay.
at all.
All right.
Not that anybody interesting. Just like normal.
So,
let's have
The parent in me is
Like
like,
that
put
rape.
your baby to bed. Oh my god, they're gonna wake up 4 in the morning if you don't. Cecilia doesn't know any of that shit.
All right.
so that's pretty much it for this session. We'll pick
Great.
up next time with another one.
Excellent. We got lots to think about, like where to begin. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. Awesome. Thank you. Super fun, folks. Looking forward to next time.
How do you spell Allura?
Ilira. Ilra. And, in Elven, it's more like Elira. Right? It's
Okay.
really pretty sort of name. So what I'm saying is the human bastardization of her name.